Depression doesn't always show up like it does in the movies. The dramatic scenes, the constant tears, that's often a far cry from the reality many people experience. It can be quiet, sneaky, and surprisingly invisible, even to the person going through it. It can mask itself behind a seemingly normal facade, making it difficult to detect. For a long time, I thought depression looked like uncontrollable sadness or crying all the time. I pictured someone constantly overwhelmed by grief, unable to function. But in reality, it's often much more subtle. It's a quiet undercurrent, a persistent feeling that something isn't quite right, even when you can't put your finger on it. Let me tell you, recognizing the early signs of depression changed my life. And it helped me support others too. It gave me the tools to understand what was happening and to take proactive steps towards recovery. At first, I brushed off my constant fatigue and irritability, thinking I was just dealing with life's usual curveballs. I told myself everyone feels tired and stressed sometimes, it's just part of being an adult. I told myself, it's just stress, it'll pass. But it didn't pass. Days turned into weeks and weeks into months, and the feeling persisted. That exhaustion wasn't just in my body, it was in my bones. It was a deep, pervasive weariness that no amount of rest seemed to alleviate. Even after a full night's sleep, I woke up tired, like I was carrying a heavy backpack I couldn't take off. It was a constant weight, dragging me down and making even the simplest tasks feel monumental. Little by little, I stopped doing things I used to love. The activities that once brought me joy and fulfillment now felt like chores. Hanging out with friends felt like climbing a mountain. The energy required to socialize and engage with others seemed insurmountable. My favorite hobbies? They just didn't excite me anymore. The spark was gone, replaced by a sense of apathy and indifference. I even started avoiding calls and texts because the idea of talking felt overwhelming. Just the thought of having to engage in conversation felt draining and exhausting. If you notice yourself, or someone you care about, pulling away from things and people, pay attention. It's crucial to recognize these changes in behavior and not dismiss them as simply being antisocial or moody. That withdrawal can be a big red flag. It's a sign that something deeper might be going on and warrants further investigation. Another sign that caught me off guard was irritability. I didn't realize that feeling easily agitated and frustrated could be a symptom of depression. I snapped at people over little things and I felt guilty afterward, but I couldn't seem to help it. It was like a switch had flipped, and I had little control over my reactions. Depression doesn't always mean visible sadness. Sometimes it's frustration, anger, or just feeling numb. It can manifest in a variety of ways, and it's important to be aware of the different emotional expressions it can take. Then there's that sense of hopelessness, like a gray cloud settling in and refusing to leave. It's a feeling that things will never get better, and that there's no point in even trying. I kept thinking, what's the point? I didn't notice how much this negative thinking was consuming me until I started talking about it, and realized I wasn't alone. Sharing my experiences with others helped me understand that these thoughts were a symptom of depression, not a reflection of reality. If any of this sounds familiar, please know you're not weak or broken. Experiencing these feelings doesn't mean you're flawed or incapable. It simply means you're going through a difficult time. Recognizing these signs is the first step towards healing. Talk to someone, a friend, a family member, a professional. Sharing your struggles can provide immense relief and open the door to effective treatment. It can make all the difference. Seeking help can be the turning point that leads you towards a path of recovery and well-being. Depression is tough, but you don't have to fight it alone. There are people who care about you and want to support you through this. Keep an eye out for these subtle signs in yourself and others. And remember, reaching out for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. It takes courage to acknowledge your struggles and seek support, and it's a testament to your resilience.